Hello my friends and welcome back. It's episode 11 of Shadowrun Dragonfall. It looks like the whole station has lost power. Medkit just hanging on the wall. It's a fuse box. Nothing looks out of order. Place the extra fuse in the socket next to track. Status light to track remains red. Lights in the bathroom go out. Status light next to track lights up green. Okay, removing the extra fuse kills it. Guess you need both in here. So dark in the maintenance area, you can barely see your hand in front of your face. The door is stuck shut. Strength 6. Force the door open. That was easy. Oh, it's just a hand grenade in there. That's them. Open fire. You look like a man who will enjoy being sliced to bits. 68, 76. Got him. Alright, that guy is off. I found his off switch. Sure, whatever. Kick him in the face! Dusted! In your face! How dare you? Well, this idiot's out in the open. Well, there goes 1 AP. This guy has got enough status effects on him to sink a ship. There we go. Well, that was easy. The rest of the trip home is uneventful. One thing is clear, someone is hunting you. The ambush was no chance gang warfare, but an organised attempt on your life. If Green Winters was right, then whoever killed him is now after you. PDA, you retrieve from your attackers may hold some answers. Time to return to your safe house and consult Paul. I now have 12. I'm only doing this so I can use the katana. It's probably not actually statistically ideal, but whatever. Amsel calls over his shoulder at the sound of your approach. His eyes glued to his computer display. Edmund, Monfro Muller should be on her way, but before you go to the meeting site, I have news. You can wait. Tell me what happened. Bad news, my friend. Somebody's hunting us. They set up an ambush on the U-Bahn line. Should be told I'm expecting something like this might happen. Just glad you made it out alive. Hand over the encrypted PDA. One of the attackers dropped this. Yes, I should be able to extract some information from this. Give me a moment. Plugs the PDA into his computer and goes to work. A few minutes later, he lets out a grunt of dismay. Well, I mean, I was able to recover a file, but unfortunately that's all I'll ever be able to pull off this thing. All that anyone will, truth be told. Must be running some kind of counter-intrusion software. The instant I gained access, it bricked itself. Amazon disconnects the useless PDA and drops it to the ground. It clatters to rest on the metal floor. One whole file? Nice job, Paul. Your attitude is trying, Edmund. This is serious. I'd expect that you treat it as such. Just trying to lighten the mood. Keep talking. I'm listening. Very well. I managed to pull a file off the PDA before it crashed, as I was saying. Looks to be a com file. The audio is all here, but we've only got the video from one side of the conversation. Watch meter. Aldrin here. What's your status? Target acquired. Sir, you were right. Spotted them on the U-Bahn, just like you said. Probably on his way to a job. As per your instructions, we're going to try and take him out on the way back. He'll be more vulnerable that way. Hopefully injured and low on ammo too, but only time will tell. Good man, proceed as instructed. Will do. Cosman is ringing up the ambush spot now. We'll try and make it quick. Send me a comm when the job is done. Aldrin out. Ah, scarred friend makes an appearance. Edmund, I expect Greenwinter's predictions are coming true. I believe that Frischwinger is behind this. Be on your guard, you and the rest of your team. You made it through this attack relatively unscathed, but next time you might not be so lucky. At least now we have a name to put to the face, Ordran. That's not all we have. As I was saying when you first walked in, I've been productive as well. I've been able to uncover some new evidence in your absence, and coincidentally enough, that evidence pertains to our scarred friend. You might recall I said I'd dig into Ordran's skin grafts. Well, I did, and that search has finally borne fruit. One of my contacts outside Berlin handles the paperwork for private hospitals all across Germany. It's a dull, boring job, but it does have its perks. Amazon pulls open a file on his computer. A medical chart opens up on the screen. It turns out our scarred friend's skin grafts were performed at a legitimate hospital after all. Some good news for once. What did they say? While they're rather light on identifying information, our friend's name is listed as Max Musteran, the local equivalent of John Doe. They do cover his injuries in great detail. Aldrin's injuries are extensive. He had 2 broken ribs, a shattered pelvis, and he had sustained third-degree burns over 60% of his body. Most damningly of all, he was suffering from acute radiation poisoning. His body has absorbed over 5,000 millisieverts of ionizing radiation. A lethal dose without treatment. Information dries up at this point. We know that he was treated and discharged, but what happened afterwards remains a mystery. Your thoughts? Hold nothing back. I'd like to hear everything that comes to mind. Aldrin might have spent some time in the socks. That radiation poisoning didn't happen on its own. Agreed. 5,000 millisieverts is a lot of exposure. Short of basking in the glow of an unshielded reactor, I don't know how he'd absorbed that much ionizing radiation without spending time in the socks. Alright, so Aldrin was heavily irradiated, most likely from time spent in the socks. What else does this tell you? All those burns sound like dragon fire, but if the Firewing burned Aldrin, why would he be working for her now? I don't believe that Aldrin is working for the Firewing. I believe that he is serving her. And Greenwinter's second DVD mentioned that there is a cult within Sulks that worships the Firewing, the Disciples of Cleaning Fire. I believe that Aldrin belongs to this cult. What difference does that make? In my experience, a zealot is unlikely to shed his allegiance to his goddess, even if that loyalty comes at great personal cost. So it's possible that Aldrin is a dragon cultist. This seems to fit with much of the other information that we've uncovered. Did any other red flags jump out at you? Hospital couldn't ID Aldrin. Either somebody is covering his tracks for him or he's living completely off the grid. Indeed, if Aldrin is a denizen of the socks, a glow punk, his lack of identifying information would make sense. Amsel adjusts his glasses. It's a working theory at any rate. So to sum up, Aldrin has probably spent his time in socks, possibly even lived there as a member of Frischwing's dragon cult, and he is after you. Could have just had this bit and skipped all the rest of that crap. In my mind, this reinforces one fact. We need to find Vauclair, and we need to do it fast. Wait, how does that follow? Firewing's men just made an attempt on your life. And it's clear from the message we just saw that Aldrin sent them out looking for you. Given enough time, they'll do it again, and next time they might be more successful. We have to act before that happens, but before we venture back to Hartfield Manor, we need to find Vauclair. All the more reason to gather Alice's feet quickly, then. Agreed. There's a buzzing sound from Paul's wrist. He lifts his hand to look at the PDA. As luck would have it, Frau Muller has arrived. Best of luck at the meeting, Edmund. Remember, this is urgent. We need that money. You have 2 new messages. Screen flickers to life and Mallet's face appears. From the shifting background ambient noise, it's clear that the message is recording on a portable device. Hoy, Edmund. I just want to tell you I've met with limited success working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. On the table beside your DVD player, you'll find another recovered disc. I wasn't able to salvage all the files on it, but I think you might be able to find what I recovered to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I won't hold out much hope though. They're all badly damaged and suffering from disc rot besides. I'll be in touch. My best to you and your team. Jana, to Edmund. I guess I should thank you. You got me out of that horrible job alive. I don't think I could have made it on my own. What happened on that run took everything else away from me, but at least I'm still breathing. The Lodge turned me into a killer, Edmund. That gnaws at my guts every minute of the day, and I still can't sleep at night. Innocent people, normal people died because of what I did. And you know why they made me do it? Because they could. I don't know, maybe this doesn't bother you. You're a Shadowrunner after all. You kill people all the time. Just another day at the office, huh? Well, I'm not like you. I can't just kill people on the job and forget about it the next day. It's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I don't know how to live like this, but it's better than not living at all. That's what I keep telling myself, and so I figured I might as well tell it to you too. Yeah, alright. Stop whining! What happened to the job we just did? We just did the friggin' assassinate that guy job. Why did it look like we didn't get paid for it? Oh well, whatever. Amazingly, I don't care. Ever heard of the organization called the Lodge? I've heard of a lot of lodges. Shamanic lodges, nature lodges, hunting lodges. Can you be more specific? A secret organization with a lot of pull, not big on telling the truth. Sound familiar? Nothing's coming to me. Sorry. Dietrich may be able to help. He's been in Berlin longer than any of us. If this lodge does have shamanic connections, he'll likely be the one to know. Didn't know any better. I think he's warming up to me. I suppose you might say that. Don't talk to many people, Edmund. Just doesn't seem to be worth the effort. Don't really feel much anymore, not since this. I suppose you show an interest. And because you haven't let me push you away. Don't mislead you, Edmund. I don't feel anything, not warmth, friendship, or even trust, but I can appreciate the effort you're making. Something new and worthy of exploring. Tell us about the Chrome. You'll have to give me some time. I'm really not that interested. I read it all in the past. I don't know, man. Shadowrun, this is where I started to lose faith in this series a little bit, because it's like became much more about making friends than it did about Shadowrunning. Oh, damn it. A solitary woman stands at the edge of the U-Bahn platform. She suppresses a shiver and hugs herself for warmth. She appears as Amsel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Atlaner descent with coffee-coloured skin, dark, wavy hair. Everything about her screams corporate executive, from expensive-looking soup to her tastefully understated makeup. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Edmund, I presume her Amsel told me I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. Said you had a job for me. Holds a silence for a moment, then nods. Yes, I do. In truth, I'm desperate need of your help. Tell me what you need. An assumed name, obviously, but I've been told that this is how you people do business. She straightens her seat and tries a smile. It hangs there for a second, then fades away as she sighs. From my accent, you've no doubt inferred that I am an Aslaner. Aslaner? Further, you may have guessed who I work for. You tell me, I'm not in the business of guessing. Lesson Technology, the only Atlantan-based corporation operating in Germany. I've been with the company for over a decade. In the course of my employment, I've worked on a great many projects. From the innocuous to the obscene, my hands have touched it all. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard, and excelled at the tasks set before me. Go on, please. Last month, I was transferred here from my home in Tenochtitlan. He told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail was that I was given the name of the project, Bloodline. That doesn't sound good. She looks you in the eye and for the first time you see cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down this woman is terrified. Oh, the screen is... Damn it! There we go. I swear, these problems come about because the game does not support 4K properly, which causes problems when transitioning to a second screen for any reason, and also because it doesn't support multi-monitors properly. She looks you in the eye and for the first time you can see cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down this woman is terrified. I've seen many terrible things in my life, Edmund. Tenochtitlan blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattels, street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I witnessed all these things by the age of 12. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb, but what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Edmund, and it must be stopped. Tell me anything you know about Bloodline. The less you know, the better for the both of us. You just have to trust me on that. You only need to know that it is evil, and it's not a word I use lightly. You won't tell me what Bloodline is. How do you expect me to stop it? Simple. She leans in and looks you in the eye. I want you to bring the building down. Computers, research data, majors and scientists are working to bring about this abomination. All of them burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no exceptions. Sure you have unanswered questions, I'm not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people. I do know that you're the only ones who can get this done, so tell me, Evan, is there anything more that you need to hear from me, or are you ready to make a decision? I'm not a demolitions expert. How do you expect me to level a building? You don't need to be. All you need is a competent decker. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators, safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down, but I know you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have a limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. What about innocent people in the building? None of us are innocent, Edmund, but if you need to salve your conscience, rest assured that at the hour of your approach, only personnel authorized to be on site will be security and senior members of the research team. I assure you neither are innocent on this matter. If Bloodline research reaches completion, nobody will be safe ever again. It sounds like hyperbole, I know. But it isn't. The Bloodline project will lead to countless deaths. I'm certain enough of this to hire you, despite the fact that doing so will probably cost me my own life. Let's talk compensation. 36,000 units, I told her Amsel. That's what I've allocated for the job. It's better than fair, I've done my homework. Paul Amsel's my representative in these matters. Why can't you tell all this to him? To meet you in person, to look you in the eyes and see the man behind the name. Now I've done so, I am sure. You're the one that I need. Naturally, I'll send further information about the job to her Amsel. Provided, of course, that you accept. Sure. I'll take the job. In that case, it's a deal. Can't tell you how relieved I am, Edmund. Thank you for helping me bring this nightmare to an end. I'll iron out the remaining details with her Amsel. I want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good man, Edmund, saving more lives than you know. More lives than you know. Woof. I accept the job. Any ideas on how to tackle this? Yes, a few. From Muller has provided us with detailed information on the facility. I vetted the information. It seems to hold up. Based on this intel, formulated what I believe will be an effective strategy to bring down the building. According to Muller's intel, the facility is extraordinarily well guarded. Whatever this bloodline project is, the Aussies have spared no expense to defend it. The facility is patrolled by Ascent Technologies' internal security personnel. On their own, they would pose a challenge, but don't doubt you could brute force your way through them. Unfortunately, they will not be on their own. Ascent Technology has purchased one of Knight Errant's more expensive security contracts as an additional line of defense. I've fought them before, they don't scare me. Never been up against one of their high threat response teams. Be thankful for that, Edmon. I pulled some strings with an old contact of mine. He's provided me with an address of a small software developer, OTK International. They write firmware updates for Knight Errant's comm systems, and their defenses should be considerably weaker than Ascent Technologies. Contracts inform me that the OTK stores an off-site hard copy of every firmware update it develops for data security purposes. My suggestion is this: you hit the offices of OTK International and reduce their computers to slag. In the interim, I'll have a hard copy of the next update replaced with a compromised version. When OTK's next update goes live, our compromised version will be pushed out to Knight Errant. When you hit the Ascent Technology facility, I'll be able to track Knight Errant via their comm links. This should make the run much more manageable. This will get you through the front door of the office that contains OTK International. My contract was only able to provide me with one card, so you need to let the rest of your team in through a side door. I'd rather just hit the Ascent Technology facility directly. I can handle whatever they throw at me. No, I mean you can't. Even if through some minor miracle you manage to get past Ascent Technology's internal security and Knight Errant's high threat response team, your chances of survival will be close to zero. Ascent Technology is well known for its practice of blood magic. Your best chance for success will be going in quietly, and your best chance of avoiding unwanted attention will be in taking my suggestion and hitting OTK first. Fine. Very good. OTK offices aren't far from here. You should take the TheEdmon there when you're ready. Ah, look, there's the payment. Thanks for joining me. Your credit to your profession. Will not hesitate to hire you again. Your fee will be transferred to your account immediately. Sweet. Right, I guess the next thing we should do is the prototype run. That's been sitting for a while. Armor stripping razor attack. Glory gains a pistol attack that targets up to 4 enemies and happens far on all of them. Minus 5% accuracy, must have at least 3 targets. That's not bad actually. Okay. Right, I'm going to say that's it for now. We're going to hit the laser thing. I need to think about whether I want to buy anything or not. Probably not. Maybe some cyberware, now that I've got 6 grand, I'm actually floating some reasonable money. I could buy some cyberware. If there's anything worth buying. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.